All right, guys, we are here. We're going to give it a few minutes to let people file in here. But of course, if you can hear me, I want you to just type in yes into the chat box so that I know that you can hear everything that we're saying. And then we'll get started in just a couple of moments. And Tammy says she can hear me. That's good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you as well.
Okay, perfect. That's what.
So let's see if all the listeners can hear. So Tammy, before we get started here, let's just do a little bit of chat here.
Okay.
Whoa! Oh, hold on one second. Close that down. Sorry about that, guys. You're hearing my echo because I pulled the screen up to make sure everything looked okay. And we're starting to get some yeses in there. That's awesome.
Woohoo!
So before we do get started here, Tammy, I just want to say, how are things going out in your part of the world? How's the weather out there?
Well, in sunny Inglewood, Florida, it's actually starting to get hot. Like, I believe it was like 85 degrees the other day. And
Wow.
Our snowbirds, that's what we call the visitors who come here to escape the snow, they're starting to go home. So that means that the people who live here now don't have to stand in line at restaurants. But it also means that a large part of the economy now has left us. And so all of those local businesses are, going to be trying to figure out, well, how do I now survive through until next October? That's where I live, is in a tourist town.
Nice. So, and it looks like everybody can hear us except for Wes, who put, yes, I cannot hear you. So, Wes, I panic at these webinars, so you can't mess with me like that. I know who you are, Wes. I'm watching you. So it looks like everybody can hear us, so that's a good thing here. And we'll give it just another minute or so, let a few more people file in, because I know if everyone's like me, they show up a couple minutes behind, and we want to make sure that they get everything that they need here. And before we do get started, just a little.
A couple names.
Yeah, there's always I see a few names that I recognize right on the front here. But just to do a little bit of housekeeping before we get started here, we do have the chat box, which obviously everybody is telling us they can hear, so you know how to use that. There's also a poll that we have there, and if you click on the polls area, you'll be able to answer that. A few people have already. Do you currently do video marketing? So I'd love to hear whether people do video marketing or not. So you can certainly go in there and give us an update on that. So
wow. So that's I didn't realize you had that poll, but what's really cool about the fact that if you answer no to that question today, you've absolutely positively came to the right webinar on the right day at the right time, because I'm going to share with you how I made about $4,500 in one day. And this is the absolute truth. And I'll show you how I did it and tell you how I did it. So even if you don't end up buying the product that is attached to this webinar, you can go out and use every single piece of information that I provide for you today. You can go out and do this stuff, because I basically tell you, this is what I did, this is how I did it, and I show you some of the results. So I'm really excited, because I've known Ray for quite a few years, and he knows how long it's taken for me to get to this point. And, I've had Ray do work for me, and he's helped me along the way. And the reason I really like Ray, just to let you know why I'm here, is because he was doing his video marketing and optimization the same way I was doing mine. So I knew that we were on the same page, so that if I trusted him to do the work, it would be done the way that I would personally do it. And that's a big clue to how to become successful, is find other people to do the daily work so that you can go do what you do best. And that may be selling, or it could be doing the tech. Who knows? what you do best, but always do what you do best. And that's what's going to make you successful.
I agree. And you know, it's one of the toughest things for me too, is kind of letting go and letting others handle the things that I'm not top at here. So, all right. So we're hitting 11:06 here. And so we're going to get started. I know people will keep filing in here. And Carlos, yeah, we kind of expect that it's sunny down in the Caribbean. You know, you make us all jealous. Although now Southern California, we're pretty sunny here too. So I guess I can't complain too much.
It's spring. It's beautiful. Spring.
All right, so let's do an official open to this webinar. I want to welcome everybody in. And as we mentioned, we do have the chat box and the questions box and a poll that you can fill out. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it into the chat or the question and answers area. And you know, just so you know, we're using the new Webinar Jam Studio. So this is the first time I've used this, and pretty slick. They've added some cool features. So hopefully I won't goof this all up and everything will run just fine, but it seems to be so far. So that's exciting. So
good.
Oh, and somebody just told me, they said that they almost missed the webinar because I said 4 p.m. Eastern.
Uh-oh.
How did I pull that off?
Well, Ray, don't feel bad. I sent out one today that it said that my presentation was from 1 to 8 p.m. And I went, oh boy, that's a long presentation. Well,
you know, when we've had Tony Hayes on, I think it's been about that long on some of them. So that's
wow.
All right, and that's the Wonder Dog you can hear in the background there. So once Tammy gets started, I'll hit mute quite a bit just to make sure we don't hear him the whole time. But we're excited to get started here because we're talking with Tammy Patzer. And for those of you who don't know her, and I'm sure many of you do, Tammy is a local marketer down in sunny Florida. And she's actually done something that most of you will be really interested in. Well, she's done a lot of things you guys would be interested in, but specifically today, we're going to talk about how she made over $4,000 in one day. And we're going to tell you exactly how you can do the exact same thing. And Tammy, just to clarify that before we run through your presentation here, I assume on the $4,000 that you're talking about there, many of those probably became lifelong customers who have paid you more than that, I assume.
Yes.
See, there you go. So it's a good start anyway.
Almost all of them ended up either paying me for ongoing SEO or search engine optimization for video, or a pay-per-lead, pay-per-call type of situation. And those are just a couple ideas on how you can have continuity income from doing what I call this an open the door strategy.
Beautiful. So before we get started with Tammy's presentation, I just want to say one thing. How many of you want to make $4,000 in a day? I would assume every single person will probably type yes with a bunch of exclamation points, if that is the case. So we'll look for those big yeses with exclamation points and a few other colorful things, I'm sure. But with that, we will let Tammy get started with her presentation on local video marketing, on how you can make money in one day like that, and how you can become a video marketing agency super, super fast. And I do mean that, super fast. And you'll see why at some point during this presentation. So Tammy, take it away.
Okay, perfect. So everybody can see, I see that everybody can see my presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this so it fills up my whole screen. Ray, if at any time something happens, please unmute yourself and say, Tammy, stop. So I'm going to make this full screen. So here we go. So video marketers, do you need cash flow?
Wait, stop.
Okay.
All we're seeing is a black screen, so you may want to go back.
Okay, so now what do you see now?
Now we see the presentation. I would just leave it like that. People will be
okay. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I'll try to enlarge it a little bit. Well, that's the best I can do. I'm sorry. So anyway, answer the question, do you need cash flow? And I'm sure that the reason I ask this is because this is where I was when I got this idea. It was about 3 weeks before Thanksgiving, November of 2013. And of course, Christmas was coming, Thanksgiving was coming, and cash flow was not flowing as well as I wanted it to. So before I start, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a local offline video marketing consultant, and I have been since May 2010, coming up on my 5-year anniversary. I am a social media educator, and I've created a social media marketing certificate program at Florida Gulf Coast University. And I actually have a video course coming up in July for the university. I speak and train a lot for SCORE, SBA, and Sea Grant programs in Florida. I've written a couple books about social media and Pinterest. I am a former newspaper editor and publisher, and I was recognized for several years as a Main Street Marketing Machines hero through several variations of that by Mike Koenig's of Traffic Geyser. So I've spoken to hundreds of people about local marketing in San Diego on Mike Koenig's stage. So here's the big question. Can you actually make a living from video marketing? Yes, and I'm not talking about affiliate marketing, but that's a whole nother story. I'm just talking about video marketing as a local marketing consultant. And my answer, of course, is yes. What I actually did, I was working a full-time job, and I was making about $3,000 a month. And when I took off or finally decided to go to video marketing full-time, I suddenly was making $10,000 a month. So I tripled my income, and it took me 6 months from the day I started in video marketing until I was able to, take this job and see ya. It took me 6 months, but I really was determined. I had a giant why. I was being unappreciated for everything I did. And so I really needed to take that leap of faith. So how much money can you make using these methods? And it's really up to you. And it can be a little bit of money, like fun money, let's go have Starbucks every day type of money, or it could be replace your job type of money, or it could be 6-7 figure type of money, like a full scale business. So you can do whatever you want to do with video marketing. And I'm going to do this disclaimer because I thought about it and I was feeling humorous. So basically I worked my butt off for about 7 days a week for about 3 years until I figured it out. And then, so I want you to know that probably my results are not typical because I really had to work really, really hard to do it. And I'm an introvert. So I had a couple things, that I had to overcome in order to do this. But the good news is I came up with this idea, and all of a sudden I was able to make between $4,000 and $5,000 in one day. And again, if you figured it out, you could probably do a lot better than that. But I've done this now about 4 or 5 times since 2013, and it always averages out to about $4,500. So I just want to give you a little bit of a taste of this, just to get you how I was telling people about this when I first started. And at the time, I was part of a group where they called themselves like the marketing mafia or something. So I was talking about my mafia offer that I came up with, and it was video marketing. I love local business event. And at the time, it was that I had 7 openings for 10 Q&A videos, audiologist, personal injury, roofer, radio show, jewelry, authors, and that I was waiting to hear back from this real estate company. So this is just me talking to people on Facebook, and then people's response back, nice work, awesome. They're just going, how cool is that? and then they're asking me questions. And for example, one just got 2 confirmations, roofer, personal injury attorney. Can you say paper call, lead? And then other people are, saying, whoa, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to tell you all about it right now. So how can you get up to $3,500 to $4,500 in one day with Local Video Marketing Day? This is my personal case study, and I've repeated it about 3 times a year, 2013, 2014, and here we are into 2015, in a little town in Florida. The plot thickens. I wanted to have the dun dun dun. That was how excited I was preparing this presentation today. So I'll tell you what happened. I did a video shoot for some local dentists. And so I come home and they had just been raving about the video shoot. They were like, oh, Tammy, this was the best experience ever. You're so professional. Oh, you got so much done. I mean, just tons and tons of stuff. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, gee, I need a new roof. I need an air conditioner. I need all of this stuff. And the idea hit me, hey, what if I could create that video experience for more people? The dentists loved me. So how can I create this experience? And I said, oh my goodness, what if I did a local video marketing day in one spot where I could have all these people come to me and do question and answer videos, and I could split it up by several different people. So I figured out and I said, oh, I think I could fit like maybe 7 or 8 people into a time slot between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That was what I was thinking. So I quickly typed up something and put it on Facebook. Seriously, I put it on my personal Facebook feed that I was going to have a video marketing day. And if you're interested, PM me. 57 minutes after I posted this, and this was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, I had 3 people who actually contacted me and said, I'm interested. So I followed up on Monday, and it turned out that one of the people who contacted me was a local Chamber of Commerce executive who wanted to know more. And he told me that I could have my video marketing day at the Chamber of Commerce. So checked off that. I didn't have to pay for a location. I had the Chamber of Commerce that would promote me. And it also led to an opportunity to speak to a small group at a Thursday luncheon. So that one post on a Sunday afternoon turned into a speaking opportunity to a group and to having a place for video marketing, and 3 people who said they wanted to do it. There was a roofer, a radio show host, and I think a personal injury attorney were my first people, and then an audiologist also. So these people, it was like, yes, I want to do this. So the concept is that a local marketing person either teams up with a videographer, or you are already a videographer and you're selling videos, and you team up with that person. I happen to team up with an Emmy award-winning videographer, a personal friend of mine, and I split it 50-50 with him. However, 20/20 hindsight, I would not do that now. I would just find a videographer and pay them a day rate or a percentage, but I wouldn't necessarily give them half, depending on, how you want to do it. Choose a date and a place. So you have to just implement this, look at the calendar, give yourself however much time you want. I think that, 3 to 4 weeks is probably really reasonable. I actually think I only gave myself maybe 2 weeks, but I really think that you could probably do very well with a 3 to 4 week window, especially if you have hot prospects who are interested in doing this. I made up a schedule of up to 8 slots. And then of course you have to determine the price for your video package. I actually, the very first one I did, I gave 10 Q&A videos for $500. That was way too much value for $500. And now it's 5 short Q&A videos or testimonials. I have also done testimonial videos where the local dentist sent all his happy clients in to the video day, and I set aside an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon just for these testimonials, and they'd only take 5 minutes, because you're not asking them for the world, you're asking them a question and then you're videotaping that testimonial. But you have to determine the price of your video package. My suggestion to you is, of course, to figure out how much it all costs, add your profit margin, know that this is an open the door strategy and that you can make money from these people after this initial foot in the door strategy, because during the shoot itself, you will be creating relationships and trust with these people, and they will want to do more business with you because you will make this experience so positive for them. So a little bit more on the concept. So when I did this, of course, as I told you, I was trying to figure out, how do I get a new roof, new air conditioning, plumbing, landscaping, the whole thing. So I was targeting service people. And then of course, the other people showed up. It was like, I sent it out to the universe, and the universe sent back attorneys, dentists, doctors, beauty salons, audiologists, and other people who would need video to tell their story. So you can either target very specifically who you want for your video marketing day, or you can make it open to your general business community. This could be very powerful, say in a BNI situation, Business Networking International situation, or very powerful with the Chamber of Commerce or any group, club, or organization or association. For example, we have a contractors association. This would work like a charm for that type of group. Nonprofits, I would do a special day just for nonprofits, because they're a little bit special in their needs and what your Q&As would be. And that could be actually sponsored by a nonprofit foundation or a nonprofit organization, because they have access to all of your potential clients. Here's the pitch. Determine your package. Let's say it's 5 videos. And what I say is, I'll give you 5 Q&A videos, 1 question, 1 answer per video. That includes your name of your company, your URL, and your call to action lower thirds. And then of course I have an offer. And this is how I work. I like to pick my clients. I don't send out thousands of anything. I like to go, ooh, I think I'd like to work with them. Hey, they're spending money. Yes, they'll probably want to work with me, or referrals are always great. So think of the people That's what I did. My very first day was filled with people I had either met or did business with, or had worked with me at some point over the course of my life in this area. So think about the people you know or have talked with in the past, or if you are a complete newbie, you can just look on Facebook and determine who is there that you might want to work with, and you can post this information in local groups. You could even put it on Craigslist. You could do all kinds of creative type ways to get this information out, that you're doing this local marketing video day. So, and I said, action is the key. Action and implementation is the key to making money, no matter how you're trying to do it. So I posted on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. I emailed some people I knew, and I put my post offering just wherever I could think, in groups, on my personal page, in my business page. And you can do this either 100% organically if you have no cash, or think about what you could do if you used paid Facebook ads or YouTube ads or LinkedIn. You could really grow this tremendously, because remember, it's can be one day or a series of days, and you can make this as big as you want. It is definitely scalable if you choose it to be. And then, of course, you can always call people you know and tell them that you thought of them first, because it's a limited offer. Because number one, you have built-in limits, because you only have so many slots in the day that you can fill. So if they don't make that day or that location, well, then you'll have to wait until another day or location. So it has the built-in scarcity factor. And then if you choose, if you're going to be doing a situation where you're going to be ranking someone like a roofer or an AC provider in your one little zip code area, then you could also build in, I can only work with one AC person, one plumber, whatever. It's got a lot of angles to it that you can build in scarcity, so that you can pitch it in any way that you feel comfortable. So the close could be, I only have 7 slots open. Right now I have 10 a.m. or 2:45. Which one would work for you? They select the time. Great. We need to get your payment to hold your reservation for the date. You can send the check to name and address, or I'll stop by and pick it up, make it out to your company name, or you could send them a PayPal invoice. You can collect the money in advance in any way, shape, or form. I don't like to wait to get the money until the day of the event, for the main reason that if they don't show up, you now have a hole in your schedule. And when you get that check from them or that reservation payment, you've been paid in full, number one. And if they don't show up, oh, well, that was their slot. And of course, you could be nice and say, I'm sorry you didn't make it for that. I'll move you into another slot, but at least you don't lose money doing that. Here's a sample of the offer that I gave. And I do have this so in much bigger format, but I'll go ahead and read it to you just so that you can hear the angle that I went with this particular offer. Local business people, nonprofits. I have teamed with Emmy Award-winning videographer producer Dave Herring to help local businesses get high-quality video production for their video marketing needs. As you know, video marketing is the secret sauce of online marketing today. We will provide 5 quality question and answer videos for 1 client per category. Each video is 30 seconds up to 2 minutes long, and we will customize your YouTube channel, plus distribute it using my proven systems that include tracking. When combined with Total Audience Market Immersion, Tammy, and Dave's high-quality video services, you will have the synergy to start 2014 with a bang. So obviously this was in 2014. This is open to local business people, and I only have 7 openings for this exclusive video event. If you are in Sarasota, Northport, Inglewood, Boca Grande, Rotunda West, Venice, Port Charlotte, or Punta Gorda, and you want to dominate your market, call me or PM me today to see if you can qualify for this video event. I can only have 1 business per category since I help my clients dominate their service area. Right now, I have openings for 1 HVAC contractor, 1 plumber, 1 roofer, 1 accountant, 1 attorney, one plastic surgeon, and one real estate professional. So in this, obviously, I was targeting those people, saying I only have room for one. So that was why I got certain people to respond to me. And then if you know someone who is interested, please let me know. These people will dominate Southwest Florida for their category. And then, of course, I gave them options. And in this particular one, I was booking for Boca Grande, which is a chamber of commerce. But I also, in other ones, I had other cities where I had the day. So let's say that they lived in a town 20 miles away and they didn't want to go to Boca Grande. Well, I had another day set up for those people so they could, take 5 minutes to show up. But I had people travel sometimes up to 2 hours to come to one of these events from wherever they lived. So don't let miles in a radius dissuade you from trying this, because people will travel for value. And as you can see in this offer, I don't talk about money because I want them to contact me about something. If I give them everything, there's absolutely no reason for them to talk to me about this at all. So that is the offer.
Now, Tammy, before you move on there, we've got a couple of questions about it. Rebecca wants to know, is the total audience, market immersion, and YouTube customization all included for that $500 price?
No.
Okay.
What they get for $500 is 5 quality questions and answers, and the customization and distribution is part 2 of it, and that's what you need to talk to them about so they understand it. And again, I've rewritten this offer a little bit from the time that I originally did it, and I tweaked my entire offerings. This is real stuff from when I did it originally, and I've since tweaked it, and I've changed the offering around a little bit so that it's probably a lot more clear. But I did this from, an idea, a spark in my head to implementation. Sure.
And then the other question is, Mark wants to know if there's a way to see what some of the videos looked like, if there's like a link they can go to.
Actually, I do have samples, and actually you're going to be really surprised at how nice they really are. These are not cheesy, icky little videos. These are high quality professional videos, and that's what makes them so nice. I will give some links. I don't have them attached to this presentation, and I don't have them off the top of my head. But what I'll do is I will put together like a set of links for you, and I'll give them to Ray, and he'll post them in a place where you can find them attached to this presentation, so that it'll be like in the description box or something, like it'll say something like samples. We can do that right after the fact, Ray?
Yeah, we can definitely supply that. So that's not a problem. And then let's see. Oh, Marilyn wants to know, like, what kind of questions are you asking the people?
Frequently asked questions, or should ask questions. So every different client, of course, the questions that they get asked will be different than other people. So I give what I do is I do not want them to script these. I want these to be a real person answering a real question, so that because obviously we don't have time for 50 billion takes, but most people, if they know their business, you can ask them a question, and after maybe 1 or 2 takes, they calm down, and we work with them and get them all prepared so that they're not nervous, and they can answer these questions, between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. And so I help them determine their frequently asked questions, but most of these people already have an FAQ section or a should ask question list. And then, of course, if they want more than 5 videos, then you would charge them either per question, or package it, say you want 10, 50, whatever, because it is a good opportunity to open the door to go out and doing custom videos where you go on location. The whole idea behind this was to give a local business person a taste of high quality video and open up the door to a relationship so that you can create that know, like, trust factor. Because once they meet you and they have fun, we have it set up like there's refreshments. So it's kind of like a green room. And, they have their refreshments. There's water, there's coffee, drinks, and little snacks. And we even had sandwiches at one, because of the time of day and everything. People, they enjoy it. They get to watch other people being interviewed. So it's like an event. It really is like a really cool event. And nice. We talk to people. We, welcome everyone. We try to calm their fears. We mic them with a microphone. Just like if they were going into a studio with a news anchor, I actually will sit across from them as if I were the news anchor, so that they can talk to me, and we can get them to calm down and really give some pretty decent background. And we've done them with no green screens. And then the last time I did it with green screen, just to get rid of the background noise. But it works. I had an attorney who liked the concept so well that she let me use her conference room.
Nice.
People are once you explain to them that you're trying to help your local business people, because, $500 for 5 videos is not expensive. No. Okay. That is really inexpensive. It gives them an opportunity to see, whoa, I can do some pretty cool stuff for not a lot of money. And then once they're optimized properly and they have the YouTube channel, and then you can talk to them about marketing, and you could upgrade them way beyond just video marketing. You could become their local marketing consultant with this as the open the door strategy. And I think that's what makes it so powerful.
And we've got a couple more questions here on this section too. Sorry, I don't mean to slow you down.
No problem. I'll be here if you have questions. I'll answer them. I have some more really good stuff too.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten another half of what we have here. So
I just want to let everybody know that I'm giving you a lot of really good stuff, and I'm hoping that you'll go, wow, I think I like video, because I do.
So Bob was curious on two things. How long does it take to film? Well, he says each video, but I would say each person as well. And then how long does it take you to edit videos like this?
So the answer to the first part of the question is, we were able to comfortably fit in 7 or 8 people between 9 and 3 with short breaks for the videographer to go out and have a cigarette. So, I built in, what I did was about 35 minutes per person.
Oh, wow.
And to tell you the truth, most of them were done, in 15 or 20 minutes, because it really doesn't take that long, because you prep them. And I even tell them what to wear, what not to wear. I give them like a little, here's what you need, letter. And then if they need anything else, I will talk to them on the phone, or they'll want to see samples. I send them samples. I give them a lot of information, but all of that really is just about building their confidence up about being on camera, because that's what a lot of the issue is. And the answer to the editing is that you're editing depending again on how it all worked out, but it's designed so that you only have maybe 3 edits per, which is to add your intro, the name, like a logo intro, and you can lay music down to it, and then have your call to action at the end, and then you put the lower third with the name on it.
And just to jump in here too, since I do the shooting and I do the editing for when I do these types of things, I would reiterate, 5 videos in 15 minutes is not a problem for these types of videos at all. I wouldn't think, and I think 30 minutes is good, especially because you're going to run into people that are very slow, or who aren't as good on camera, so they might take a little longer to do them, but I think you'll find they're pretty quick like that. And for editing, it's actually very simple. And just like you said, when we do, a lot of times we'll do an attorney and we'll shoot 20 videos.
Right.
We'll do that in an hour. I mean, if we can get in and out on some of those guys very quickly. And once we start to edit these videos, once the first one's done, you can just bang, 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 right through the rest. So
because that's exactly it. It's the same. And then I do put the question at the front of the video too. But one of the things when you are directing them, you have them reiterate the question in their answer. So it all works out. So these videos are really high quality, keyword optimized, internal videos. I'll just go on a little bit, and then if there's more questions, because I have a couple things I just want to show you about how simple some of this stuff that I did is, and that you don't have to be, none of this stuff requires any high technology. It really has a lot to do with, I don't know, I guess it's the wanting to help local businesses. So this is a question that a lot of people ask about video marketing, and this actually goes with part of the training that I'm going to do later. It's how in the world do I make money with this stuff? Well, I just showed you and trained you basically how I was able to make pretty decent money by having a video marketing day. And again, the beauty of it is you can scale it by having more video marketing days and expanding your territory. So you can start in your hometown and move on out. And some of you I know live in places where you have millions of people, so you have lots of opportunity. I live in a fairly small area, but I mean, I still can spread out town by town by town, and that's what I've done. So how can you make money beyond the open the door strategy of making them these videos? Well, you can make more money by, of course, optimizing the videos for your clients, meaning to do the search engine optimization part with the title, the description, and the tags, and the distribution. You can provide additional marketing services for people who already have videos but don't know how to use them to market themselves. And I'm actually going to show you where to find those people in the next part of this training. You can do lead tracking and call tracking money magnet videos for your customers. You can help these businesses create digital assets. Think about every video as being one more piece of waterfront property that they own, one more piece of digital assets that they own that makes their brick and mortar business more valuable, so that when they go to sell it, they go, look, I've got this massive online presence. My company is worth more because of this. You can use your videos for content on websites and off of websites. I just spent 2 hours in the studio yesterday and I did 38 video tips. That's how fast you can do Q&As. I did 38 in 2 hours, and probably I took a 20-minute, broken up, because I was, that's a lot of energy to put into work, but that's how many I was able to do in 2 hours. I always advocate that every local business start with video as their foundation, because they can transcribe the video to make blog posts and social media content. They can turn it into an MP3 for just audio. They could turn all this video into podcasts. I mean, it's really unlimited stuff that you can do when you start with video as your foundation. So I educate my clients about how powerful video is. And then of course, if you're not able to do the videos yourself, you can outsource video production very easily. I've been working with a local guy, and he'll go with me when I do live presentations. He'll shoot it, and then he'll give me the training, and then I can do with whatever I want to do with it, so that I don't have to go, how am I going to be behind the camera and standing in front of the crowd? You know, we can't do this stuff all by ourselves. We really do need help, to, you know, team members to help us do this. So that's just a few ideas on how you can make money with video marketing. So it's an excellent foundation for any local marketing consultant. If you're not familiar with video, you know, put it on your list to learn about. I want to just show you a couple simple things. This is a pretty simple little flyer that I made related to my video marketing day for a local chamber. You know, tap the power of online video, use video to become a customer magnet. Real simple little flyer. And then here's one of my email letters. The magic of 8 creates big savings on video marketing for local business, which is, I was using that concept of 8, you know, 8 people, that they could divide that price up by 8 to get, you know, they'd be saving that much money, because it really is true. If you were to go on location and shoot video for someone and come back with five videos for them, Ray, how much would you charge?
I would charge a lot.
I mean, it's certainly not $500.
No, definitely not. I would say, you know, probably at least 3 times that.
Right. So there's, I mean, and this is 100% true value savings. And if the people can't get it, then they're not going to get it. But anyway, this is just a sample of my letter here. And because I come from the newspaper background, I always am a who, what, when, where, why, how. That's how I'm able to organize my thoughts. And it seems to work really well when you're trying to convey information to people about a topic. And in this particular one, let's say that I'm saying I have an opening for one, and then, you know, whatever it is, like I have an opening for one fitness trainer, you know, one plumber, one DUI attorney, one beauty salon, whatever it is. If you're using that particular method to attract people, that you're only going to work with one, but you certainly don't have to do it that way. That's just one method. So I'm going to go into my next training now, because I think that if you like this, just if you can put into the chat box, if you're getting any value out of what I'm sharing with you today, and any comments about it would be very helpful. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to talk about what's called Leads Master Pro Video Marketing Agency Edition, and Ray loves it because I think he has the theme that Jack Hoffman created.
I do. I've got all of his themes.
Okay.
And I get excited for this because, for those of you who don't know, I'm virtually a web idiot when it comes to creating anything like that. And this blows my mind. So. Okay.
Well, let me tell you that Leads Master Pro Video Marketing Agency Edition is a real simple product, because what it is it's basically Jack Hoffman's video marketing agency theme, and this is what it looks like. It's a theme, and I wrote all the content, just to let you know, so it's 100% original content that I researched and wrote. But this is what the theme looks like, and It is a ready-to-go WordPress theme that you literally can set up in, I'm going to say 15 minutes just because some people are slower, but maybe seriously, 15 minutes on the outside,
Yeah.
5 minutes if you're good.
The longest part of the entire process is just going in and typing in your phone number and
Right.
your contact information.
Right, and filling in all the blanks. So that's what is the heart of Leads Master Pro Video Marketing Agency, is this video marketing theme. And this is just a screenshot. But what I wanted to point out is that if you want the pieces of Video Marketing Day, which is a bonus to Leads Master Pro Video Marketing Agency Edition, this is the only way you can get it, is by investing in the Leads Master Pro Video Marketing Agency Edition. And it's at $27. And that includes that. So I'm just going to let you think about that. And Ray has the link, and he can put it into the wherever he puts it. But I'm going to train on leads right now. And I want to give you 3 ways to get more than 25,000 new potential client leads for your local video marketing agency anywhere in the world. And I want you to just think about it, and think about if you had 25,000 buyer leads, don't you think that you could get 1 client a week? And the reason I'm asking that question is because I'm thinking, well, if I got 1 client a week, that would be 52 clients in a year. And if they're each paying me some amount of money every month, I could probably create a pretty decent business, because I have some clients who pay me $750 a month. Some pay $1,500. Some pay me a big lump sum once a year for a package, and then I give them a little discount. So it all adds up, over time. But if you think about it, if you were able to get just 1 client a week, that would be pretty cool. And what if you could, go from 0 to hero and become this customer-driven money magnet machine? And I know that's like, whoa, that's kind of mind-boggling. So I want to show you just some cool things that I discovered, because I'm one of those, I'm a detective type person. I'm always digging to try to find out more information about things. So I'm going to share this with you. So this is what I found. What does every local video marketer need? We all need more time. We all need more residual income, more paying customers, hungry, pre-educated, and this is important. We don't need leads. We need buyer leads. And we need some type of step-by-step implementation. And we need advice from people who've already proven that these methods work, so that your learning curve, like for me, my 7 days a week, 3 years, okay, so that was what, 180 some weeks of my life spent, trying to do everything under the sun, from selling the video to making the video to ranking the video. I can cut your learning curve to weeks instead of years. And that's the part that just amazes me. So I want to talk about why video is so hot, and I mean sizzling hot. 74% of all internet traffic in 2017 will be video. So it's crucial for marketers to start creating and incorporating video as part of their content strategies. So take that quote and say it's crucial for local businesses to start creating and incorporating video as part of their content strategies. Everybody needs to be paying attention to video. Just the use of the word video in an email boosts the the open rates by 19%, click-through rates by 65%, and unsubscribes are down by 26%. So video is powerful. And then 69% of smartphone users say that videos are the perfect solution for smartphone viewing, as it offers a quick way for consumers to grasp an overview of a product. Now, I'm not going to go into it, but April 21st, 2015 is Google's massive mobile-friendly update, and all websites need to be mobile-friendly. And video, if you have video on your website and it's mobile-friendly, you're just ahead of the game. And video can also help you with the Google Voice search results if you're using video that has words in it, you know, talking videos. So that's a good sales point when you're talking to these people about videos and why they're so powerful. So how much is having the ability to fill your sales funnel with hot video marketing prospects on call worth to you? Well, answer that question for me. How much is that worth to you if you had hot video marketing prospects on call to you? Yeah, write a dollar amount. Okay, I'm just curious. Humor me. I say it's priceless. You know, so you can tell that I watch television by that. But what I'm going to share with you is just simple stuff. It requires action and implementation on a daily basis. That's the big secret of all of this stuff to make money in video marketing, mobile marketing, reputation marketing, any type of local marketing. You have to do something every single day to move your business forward. And I call that take action marketing implementation. And it happens to go with my name. I love the TAMI because I can plug in all kinds of words into the TAMI. So it just works perfectly for my business. Seriously, and I am 100% serious about this. To make money, you have to have an open mind, a computer, you have to have some type of a thought process, meaning a step-by-step thought process about why you're looking at something and the way you look at it. And then, of course, follow through, which is probably the biggest thing that most of us fall down on, is follow through or follow up. So I'm going to give you a few sources to find unlimited leads. And it probably won't take 30 minutes, but that's what I said it would, because I didn't want to spread it out too much. But think about it. If you had access to more than 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, 100,000 or more buyer leads, pre-educated buyer leads, again, I want you to think, could you sell one per week? 52 clients a year. This is what I'm going to show you and teach you in the next few minutes. I want to show you where to find buyer leads using a resource in YouTube, where to find buyer leads from video production companies, and where to find buyer leads from specialty companies. And I want to kind of show you how I reverse engineer things. And I'm going to give you some real world examples like lawyers, dentists, things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. So source number one, let's take a look at YouTube. Okay, YouTube has the Yellow Pages, YP.com. Yellow Pages goes out and sells videos to these business owners all over the world. And you can go look at the Yellow Pages and you'll see the different videos that have been made all over the country and the world. And if you see, and it might be a little difficult, but see that little arrow where it says Yellow Pages? If you look at the E in Yellow Pages and then have your eye go directly down, you'll see like a magnifying glass and the word about to the left. When you click on that magnifying glass, it actually opens up and you can do searches. So when you do that, for example, I did Interior Designers New York 2015, and this is what I came up with. I came up with everything ranging from years ago to 2 days ago. And you can do this custom search in any niche anywhere in the world. And if you look at these videos, you see that Yellow Pages knows nothing about optimizing videos. So what does this mean to you? It means that these people have already spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to have videos made. So they're saying to you, hey, I want to use video. I need help. So they are the people you could contact who want to use video in their marketing. And of course, you can offer services such as optimization, distribution. You can help them with their Google My Business by adding their pre-made videos to their other social media platforms. You just have a lot of different services that you could offer to these people. And this is just another example, I believe, that I doubled up on. Source number 2, general video production companies. This is really interesting because SmartShoot Global used to be Turn Here. And then at one point, I think it was just SmartShoot, but they shoot videos all over the world. And they range anywhere from $500 and up to shoot video production. And if you notice in the very first example, Commerce Village Dentist video, Commerce Township MI unit, you'll see who gets promoted. It is Get a Similar Video at smartshoot.com. They're not optimizing these videos for the client at all. And if you reverse engineer it, you'll find that most of the time, these people still don't have an optimized YouTube channel, or they might just have their video on their website, but it's not going anywhere and it's not doing them any good. Somewhere along the line, people thought that they needed to put their videos onto a server somewhere that was not YouTube. And so they're not using the power of YouTube and Google to their own benefit. That's where you step in to say, hey, I can help you. I can help you optimize your videos. I can make you a custom YouTube channel, a custom Daily Motion, whatever it is, you can help them with their customization. Here is an example, unlimited leads anywhere around the world. Again, the reason why I say that these are unlimited leads is because they're people who already have spent money to get a video, but the video is not working for them the way the video was meant to be working for them. That's where someone like you, as a local video marketing consultant, comes in and says, I see you have videos, but they're not working for you. Yesterday, I was recommended by the videographer that I went to. He's actually sent me around to talk to the events company where his studio was, to talk to them about their marketing. And he called a friend of his on the phone after listening to me answer all those questions. I guess I convinced him that I knew what I was talking about. He called a person on the phone and said, you've got to talk to this woman about your online marketing. She can really help you. So that's the power of video and creating these, different videos. And your video production company could be your best friend by referring business to you, because they don't want to optimize video. They're in the business of shooting video. So this is just an example of where you can go find video production companies by doing a Google search in YouTube. So whatever video production company, your city, state, or country, and all of these video production companies will pop up. So if you want to either use a video production company as a partner, you can find them this way, or you can go look at if that video production company needs you to help them with the optimization part of the videos. What I find often is that the production company does not have a clue about anything other than, oh yes, I can create a video. but they don't know how to market with videos. Number 3 is specialty video production companies. And this is just one example. And this is actually a medical marketing company. And in this particular case, they're showing that they're doing orthodontic videos. Excuse me. And what I noticed about this is I looked at that and I said, interesting. And I, looked back at the history and I saw that they really didn't have that many likes, but I reverse engineered it and I found this gentleman, Dr. Arthur B. Silver, and he had, made some videos, and I reverse engineered it and I went and looked at his site. And what I saw was that his videos were kind of optimized, but then I looked a little deeper and I noticed that he didn't have a hot link for his company. And look at this, who's being promoted here? It's the company that created the video. So here's some opportunities for you. You can reverse engineer again, find out the people who spent money. Some of these doctors and dentists, they will spend thousands upon thousands of dollars and they're getting results like this. This is Dr. Silver Smiles. Well, he's got 13 views, 15 views, 2 months ago. Some of these do have a few more views, but as you can see, he probably could use help. And if not him, it could be someone else. Like I said, I was pointing out that the description links weren't hot or active so that you could click on them and go somewhere. Here's an example of a specialty. This is automotive, and this is an example of that little hourglass I was talking about, that if you click on it, you can open it up and do searches. But I see a lot of automotive videos like this, where there are no views, no matter how long it's been up. And often these are connected to the car dealership's website, but they're not using the power of YouTube at all to promote any of their sites. So the opportunity, of course, could be, hey, I know you're spending all kinds of money with your automotive videos. Why not let me help you find a way to make these work harder for you and get more views. Here's an example, and this is actually a local dealer. And again, here's that hourglass that I was showing you for the search. Well, here's their title. So Palm Auto Malls On Location, episode 28. And then you can see that there's no hot links or anything, so it's not optimized. So even though they're spending money on these presentations, they're missing some vital steps in between that a local marketing person like you could go in and go, Mr. Palm Auto Mall, I see you have all these videos, but I see that they're not working as hard for you as they could be. We could do X, Y, and Z. So there's a lot of potential opportunity. The next one I wanted to show you real quick is about lawyers. And in this case, it's the Fine Law channel. And many people want to do business with attorneys. And this is, again, a lot of this stuff, you may say, well, yeah, anybody can find this information. But what I find, yes, anybody can find this information, but a lot of times people don't even look, or often I get told, oh, I never would have thought about looking at something in that way. So if you're somebody who already knows it all, then you already know it all. But if you're somebody who's like, whoa, that's kind of cool, I want to learn more, then you're probably going to be more interested in some of these little tips that I'm showing you. So when I shot this screenshot, this had 3,654 videos for attorneys. And again, you can search all of these attorneys who have paid Thomson Reuters to make them videos, and by searching using that little search looking glass. And you can search by type of attorney, by location, by different things. And they kind of make it kind of easy because they put them into playlists. So you can find out a lot about different attorneys. For example, you can go scope out this guy here in Newark, Delaware, or you can find out about litigation attorneys or different things, Social Security, disability attorneys. Even if you're not using this for the leads, you can certainly use it for the education of what types of attorneys there are out there that you may be able to do business with, because obviously there's a ton. And then here's an example. I opened up the search and I typed in Minnesota, and I got some Minnesota attorneys. And then here's lawyers.com. And again, the opportunity is to look to see what type of attorneys there are and who are the attorneys who are already spending money on videos, because if they're spending money, that tells you that the odds are better that they'll spend money with you to do additional work. So again, I'm asking the big question: did any of this give you any type of value today? And of course, how much is it worth? And you already know it's $27. So it's like your decision is, wow, that's $27, or nah, I know all that. If you already know all this, then you don't want it. And Ray and I were talking about the conversation earlier about who is this for? And it's really for people who want some good information from people who've already been there, done that. And if you want to just get some really quick insight and some done for you help and a little bit of hand holding, then this is for you. And if you're like way advanced and like, then it's absolutely not for you. But what I've shown you is I gave you a resource for YouTube in the yellow pages. I talked about the local video production company and how you could either use them as a partner or use them as a resource. And then of course we talked a little bit about specialty production companies and FindLaw and the lawyer.com. And then my question is, do you want more sources for unlimited leads for video marketing clients? Because I have put together many more videos where I show you other places to look for this information. And that's what the LeadsMaster Pro Video Marketing Agency Edition is all about. And what you get is the Video Marketing Agency WordPress theme from Local Theme Jack. And again, this is really 1, 2, 3 click Jack. Oh, it's 100% white label too. I mean, I'm not kidding. He just released this as a white label Tuesday, and this is Thursday, so 2 days ago. So people would never ever know that you didn't create this. And Jack also does offer what's called Enterprise, where you get like 150 different themes for all different kinds of businesses. But again, that's a whole nother story.
You know what though? That is a whole nother story, but just a quick throw out there. If you're doing these video productions for these companies, this is something you'd probably want to take a look at, because if you can, do videos for a plumber and then say, oh, by the way,
oh my God,
here's a website for $1,000 and all you have to do is click a couple buttons to make that $1,000. It is gold.
And you put the videos in it and it's all mobile friendly. And oh my goodness. And you've got your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus, and your Google, you can connect, or your YouTube, you can connect it all up. It's got the built-in get your free estimate or get this. So you've got all your lead generation stuff ready to go. I mean, it is I don't know. It's pretty phenomenal. That's the whole reason how I ended up partnering with Jack Hopman was I was a happy local theme Jack customer, and I happened to write to him and say, I'm going to be doing this presentation to local SCORE people about what makes a good website. Do you mind if I use local theme Jack for my sample? So he wrote me back and said, go ahead, love it. And I ended up presenting it to his group of local theme Jack people. They loved it and they wanted more training about how to get in front of groups. And so I ended up giving what we call Tammy's tips in all the trainings. And then now I'm working with Jack creating these bigger training products. So it's been a whirlwind the last month of how quickly things can happen, and how all of my experience, now I can share it with people who actually want to know what I know. So it's kind of a cool little story to add into it. So here's the theme, and yes, you can change the colors. Just to let you know, all of this stuff is customizable. Even these little people, he's got photos and images and tons of images, and all of the themes have all the images already selected and everything. And to license them, it costs about $10 for the whole website to get the official, license that you need to make it all, kosher and legal. So this is what some of the people are saying about the training that I've been providing. Steve Boxell says, golden nuggets indeed, and explained and presented so everyone can understand. Brilliant concept. Wesley Hazlitt says, I assume nothing. I begin the training as if you're a total beginner without being condescending. So it allows you to find the information you need because each tip starts at the beginning, broken down into easily understandable steps that you can implement the next day to create online income. That's my big claim to fame. Is the idea is to give you something today that you can take out and make money with tomorrow. That's what my whole goal is with all of this. Every time I give a training or a tip, it's like, here you go out, implement it, make money with it, turn it around as quickly as possible. And that's the beauty of this, the video marketing agency theme. Let's see here. So this is what you get with the video marketing agency theme, and it is LeadsMaster Pro. LeadsMaster Pro, just to let you know, is our umbrella for all of the things that Jack Hopman and I do together. So if you ever see LeadsMaster Pro dash, that means Jack Hopman, Tammy Patzer collaborated. And we also have a LeadsMaster Pro Facebook group that I run that's all about the sales and marketing and training. And Local Theme Jack is all about the tech, because I don't do the tech. But this is what you get. You get step-by-step trainings on how to find unlimited video marketing leads. And I provide training in video, live Q&A. So you always get opportunities at least twice a week, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock and Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. I always give some kind of training. And then actually tomorrow, Friday, I'm doing a video marketing agency only Q&A for anyone who wants to implement the video marketing day. So I have a live training tomorrow night at 8, because I have people who are implementing it and they have questions. And so it's like, okay, I better, do something so that these people can get their day done. I've got people who've got their everything, their dates, they've got their videographer set up, they've got everything set up. They just need a few things answered so they can feel confident. You get the video marketing agency theme. Again, it's really easy. You just go open up your WordPress, make a clean WordPress, Jack has a plugin that you download, and then you download the theme, upload the plugin, click it, upload the theme, boom, you choose video marketing agency and you've got it, fill in the blanks. And then you get the bonus, which not only will include actually the training that we did today live, but I've got 4.5 additional hours of training about the video marketing day that you'll get. And it includes additional case studies on the video marketing day and a PDF. And I've done this, as I said, several times here in Florida. And then just to recap, you'll get a video of today's training, and I'll PDF this presentation for you. Friday, we will have a live Q&A training, which is tomorrow night. And then I have done some other trainings that I'll include, you know, just for extra. And then, of course, I've got additional leads training that where I actually show you over my shoulder, you know, go here if you're in foreign countries, for example, you know, Australia, South America, around the world. And then, of course, you get your theme. And, of course, the Facebook group is priceless because in Leads Master Pro, I do talk to people there regularly, and I try to help people if they ask me questions. And then, of course, Jack does the same in the local theme Jack. And again, it's the $27. So that is my presentation. So if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And of course, Ray I asked Ray if I could have a copy of this presentation today so that I'd be able to provide it to, you know, for training purposes, because I did provide a lot of training in this. So Ray has the link. If you're interested, you just go use Ray's link and you'll get that. And then just to let you guys know, I am giving you, and this is not in the product yet, I'm giving everybody on this call today my actual letters and emails and Facebook posts that I used for my video marketing day, and that you can take that information and do whatever it is that you want with it. So I just wanted to let you know, that you guys are getting that. It is not part of the package, and you'll actually get that after you buy the video marketing thing. I'll give you my templates, because that's that's all original stuff that you just can't get. You can't get any of this anywhere else, because it's all stuff that I literally I did it, I searched it, I recorded it to show how to do this stuff.
And just to add into that, for all of you that are thinking about this, and I know some people have left, so they've missed this part, but as I always like to do, I can't let you buy a product without giving you some extra goodies with it. So I've actually put together a bonus package to go with this as well. And while we were actually going through the presentation, I actually changed and updated the bonus, because you were talking about the flyer that you created for your marketing day.
Yes.
And so I added some flyer templates that you can go in and you can create some really nice professional looking flyers and put all the information in there as part of the bonus. So the bonus includes a whole bunch of different stuff. I've got like I said, the flyers that I added in. I also added in some sales page graphics and things so that you can have a page for them to go to if you want to. And I also, we've got some pre-made videos in there, some whiteboard videos, as well as some local videos that you can actually use if you want to do some animated type videos for people and things like that. That's all in there. And we also put in some music as well. So if you don't have any royalty-free music, now you will. So we got all that stuff in there as well. And wow, that just makes it an even bigger value.
I want it. I can honestly say that I've bought a lot of Ray the Video Guy products, and I always think that it's way far more valuable than, than whatever the price ever was. Speaking of that, I am actually working. I had a lot of requests for people asking me about search engine optimization, and this product was never meant to go beyond here's how to do this part. But I am doing a case study right now where I'm taking some videos and I'm optimizing them and recording it to provide additional training. So when somebody becomes part of the LeadsMaster Pro family, sure, it's a $27 investment, but then you get all of whatever's going on with what I do, because like, oh, I made this, oh, here, so there's always a lot of really good value, that you're just going to get through osmosis. But yeah, that sounds great, Ray.
And we do have a couple questions if you want to answer some of those. I'll throw those out there for you. First of all, Rebecca is apparently very excited.
Yay, Rebecca.
She says yay, and then she says that is what I need. Then she says yay, then she says yay, then she says yay. So she's excited about it.
Rebecca, make sure that you when you get your video marketing agency, be sure to join the LeadsMaster Pro group and join us for the training Friday at 8 p.m. because by then you'll be able to go through stuff, and then any questions you have, you'll be able to ask me directly, and I'll record it so then everybody will benefit. But again, I said it, the big secret is to actually take action and implement what you do. And again, this video marketing agency thing gives you a very nice presence very quickly, and you can send people there, collect leads, and then of course you can find leads all over the world, or you can just stay in your own local hometown. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just be right here at home in your hometown, or you can say, oh, I'm going to scale this around the world. That's the beauty of video. That's how cool it is.
Absolutely. All right. And here's a couple other questions that we have. One thing that's actually popped up a couple times here is about the autoresponder that's on the local ThemeJack page. Okay. And I know you're not the tech person for that, but they wanted to get a clarification on where those leads go. And as far as I understand it, because I've messed around with it, I've got 4 or 5 pages I've created already. The leads actually go into that page. You don't need to have Aweber or GetResponse. There's actually some follow-up emails you can create inside your own website. So when they opt in, it goes directly in there and mails out. Am I correct on that? I'm pretty...
I'm trying to think of how I did it. I believe so. And then of course you can connect it to any autoresponder you choose. So anyway, the leads go to you no matter what. I mean, it's not like they're going anywhere else. That you would set it up using your preferred method, which could be that they go directly into your theme, and you collect them, or they go to Aweber, whatever.
But it does, if you don't have an autoresponder, you have the option. You can create a couple of follow-up emails right inside there, which is kind of cool. So
right.
And you can modify it too. You don't have to have the verify. You don't have to put the phone number if you don't want to. So depending on what you're doing, you can change that around as well. So there's some pretty good options inside.
And again, if you don't like the man, you can change it. You can use whatever image you want. These WordPress sites, again, they're white label, meaning you can't tell who did it, and you choose that option, white label, and you can call it, Tammy Patzer's theme if you want to, or you can name it your client. There's just a lot of features. And again, video marketing agency is just one theme that you get. So I'm going to tell you, when you do this, you're going to see all these other themes. Don't click on any other theme except video marketing agency, because he gives you a credit to buy it. So if you use it for something else, you'll go, whoa, I can't get my theme. So
that's interesting. See, I didn't know that. So that's good to know.
Yes, because unless you are an enterprise user, then you would use up your one credit, and then you'd go, whoa, I can't get my theme, but I've got this other theme. You know,
Right.
so just make sure that you follow the directions. And the directions are pretty, we've worked really hard to try to make them as clear as possible. And I think we've got it down pretty well. But again, it's the funny part about all this really is the bonus is I had so much feedback on Video Marketing Day that's why I said, oh, I've got to really give more on that, because that is how you can make some really decent money very quickly, because I gave you an actual system or a way to do it. And it's very well received in your local community, because you are doing something that is very helpful to local business people, and the chambers and organizations recognize that as a value to your community. So if you go about this with that giving heart, I guess is a good way to put it, you know, the money will come. You know, it'll follow that magnet of because you are giving such great value, and then opening that door to all of the other possibilities for generating income month after month. That's what your real goal is to have that income coming in month after month from you know what you get started.
And and Mike is asking, and this is something, if anybody else is having this issue, please let us know. Mike said he's having trouble with PayPal and JVZoo right now, where he said it keeps canceling his payment. So if anyone else is having that trouble, let us know. It could well be one of those temporary JVZoo things that happens once in a while. But if anyone else is having that trouble, let us know, and Mike we'll try to follow up and figure out what's going on there. Let's see. RJ asked if there's a link to a demo of the theme. I just posted that. So if anyone wants to see that, I did just post the demo that Tammy provided earlier. And let's see. Oh, John wants to know, how do we get the bonuses? For the bonuses, what's going to happen is when you purchase the product, after you go to PayPal, assuming it's all working right now, you're going to get taken back to JVZoo on a receipt page where you're going to be able to access your product. At the bottom of that page, there should be a little button that says bonuses from Ray Lane or something of that nature. Just click on that to get the bonuses. If you have any trouble with that, of course, just come visit me on Facebook, and I'll be able to straighten you out. I'd say email, but too many emails get, lost in the shuffle with me. So Facebook is definitely the easier way.
That's how I talk to Ray. So has anybody else had any trouble with JVZoo and PayPal besides the one person?
Yep. Two more people just said the same thing. So it sounds like something's going on there with JVZoo, which sadly happens on occasion.
Well,
and always at the least opportune time too,
Right. So I'm going to tell that to Jack Hockman so that he can know that we have some kind of problem. We have a problem with JVZoo, because I'm sure he can bug them and see, because he has control of all that on my side.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's just one of those little temporary things that, of course, would happen right now. Couldn't happen at 2 a.m. when nobody's on there, right?
So about at least 3 people have had problems.
Your payment, yep. Ron says your payment can't be completed. Please return to the participating website and try again. Huh. Bob says he had that trouble with Internet Explorer, but going through Firefox, it went through.
Oh, okay.
So, that's interesting.
Well, what happened to me today, Ray, that I found very interesting, when you sent me the webinar jam link, I tried to go through Firefox and it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't even show me, even though I downloaded everything properly. I had to finally go to Chrome to make it work. So weird. So maybe something's in retrograde.
So yeah, well, we apologize because, of course, this is the most inopportune time for that to happen. But Randy says, looks like my name or links lead. They want to make sure I'm getting credit for it. I'll find out soon enough. If that's the case. I know the link that I sent, once you get to the actual buying process, you're not going to see my name at all on it. The only place you should see it is after you purchase. If you go to the receipt page at the bottom, it'll say the bonus from me, so you'll know that it went through that way. But I am the 14253 part of the link. That's me. So as long as you went through the link that I provided here, it should go through my link and you'll get the bonuses. Again, even if there's some sort of goof up and it doesn't go through my link somehow, just contact me and I'll still get you the bonuses for that, because we want to make sure you guys are taken care of, and then we'll worry about anything else on the other side.
And then the letter bonuses and the stuff that goes with the video marketing day, I will send those to you. Like I said, they're not part of the product yet, so I will send those to you once I get your email and everything, so that you'll have those. And then be sure to join Leadsmaster Pro Facebook group, because that is where you're going to be able to get anything very quickly as it happens before the emails get sent out. And then you also can ask me questions there. And then also you can go, and there's a sign up there to go sign up for the live Q&A training on Friday night. And yes, it will be recorded. I do try to record everything, but of course I can't, sometimes things don't work. But
all right. Well, I'm trying to see if there's any other questions here. Oh, one, Mark wanted to know, is there an OTO on this when they purchase?
Actually, tell you the truth, no, there isn't. And I know, funny, but here's the thing. This was my very first product. And what I wanted the OTO to be, and again, once you come into the group, you can determine if you want to move forward. But if there was an OTO, what the OTO would be is that I'm actually starting a 4-week coaching mastermind quick start next week, and it's a whopping $97 for me to help you get started with getting your business started with, pricing proposals. What I'm doing is I'm actually doing a survey right now to find out exactly what people need and want, and what I can provide that would give them that jump start. But no, there is no OTO. And to tell you the truth, the bonus with the video marketing day is extremely a powerful way to make some money and get your whole business started. And if you have to, if you're working, let's say you're working full time, you can still figure out how to do it. You just might have to take a day off work for the actual video marketing day, because it's designed for the business person, and most of them probably wouldn't want to do it on a Saturday or a Sunday. They would probably want to go on a business day. But I actually have a person who is working full-time, and that's exactly what she's doing. She's going to plan a day off work so that she can go make $4,000.
I think there's a law that says if you're going to make more than $3,000, you can call in sick.
I don't know, but I hope that if you know Ray, and if you've ever heard me, you know that we're just real people, and that we've been plugging away at this for years, trying to figure all this stuff out. And for me, I love to teach. I love to train. When I'm in the zone training and teaching, that's where I feel really, really good. And like Sally Field, when she stood up there for that Academy Award, they like me. They really like me. That's me. I'm like, wow, these people really appreciate it. And the more you like it, the more I give. I mean, that's my personality. So, so I know, and just like that, and Jack Hockman, like I've been watching him for, I don't even know, 4 or 5 months before I ever upgraded to the enterprise, because it was like, I don't want to buy this if I'm not going to use it. And then I finally said, oh, I'm going to use it. But he keeps upgrading and improving the back end of these themes. It's not just a simple little one time, oh yeah, it's a WordPress theme that nobody pays attention to. And then he does a lot more with automation. And again, I'm not qualified to talk about the power of, he has a lead finder, Jack. He has a Sales Dynamite system where all of this stuff can be automated. I'm not qualified to even go there, but I can tell you that the video marketing agency, the content is original. I wrote it, so and you can change the colors and make it whatever you want. I share with you, ideas out of my head, and I'm sharing with you what I did and what worked. So I hope I've cut your learning curve, by years.
Nice.
Is what I'm hoping.
Now, let's see, who was it? Somebody. Oh, Karen wanted me to go over the bonuses one more time. What you're going to get with that when you purchase this, if it ever works, is you're going to get a bunch of, and that's a technical term, bunch of local videos from me. That includes some whiteboard videos, some animated videos, and those videos are in all sorts of different niches, like real estate and lawyers and all that kind of fun stuff. So there's computer technicians and all sorts of different things. And the idea behind that is, if you want to do any animated type videos for clients, you'll have those at your disposal. I also throw in some music. So if you're going to be creating videos and, oh, somebody said the payment went through. All right, there we go. So maybe it's fixed. We'll see. So the music you'll be able to use in your videos. It's all royalty free. And then I put in, as we were talking, I put in all the flyers so that you can create flyers. While we were talking about all this, I said, oh, let's add flyers in there. So you can make a flyer for your marketing day. If you choose to do a marketing day, you'll have a nice professional flyer. You can just open up and add your pictures and change the text around and all that kind of fun stuff. So there you go. And yeah, Mike said he was able to purchase, and RJ said he was able to purchase.
Yeah, Ray, Jack Hockman says it's fixed now. So
excellent.
Whatever needed to happen, it got fixed. But what I think, this is what I'm listening to you talk about, those bonuses. I'm going, where were you when I needed all of that stuff? But the beauty of it all is, like, I can give you the words. You pop the words into the stuff that Ray's giving you, and boom, you got a high quality, professional looking flyer. He gives you the royalty free music so that you can have the nice music. He gives you graphics. So it's like in the other videos. So that's phenomenal stuff. And like I said, I am a Ray Lane, every time he used to give away these packages that I was like, oh my God, and I'd look for them, whenever he'd have these little giveaways. And then whenever I see a Ray Lane bonus, it's like a no-brainer, because his bonuses are worth normally more than the product, the initial thing. So it's just really cool. But everyone who is buying or has bought, thank you. And again, do join the Leadsmaster Pro group and Local Theme Jack group. And
I don't even think I'm in that group. I need to go get in there.
Yeah, you should, because I'll just to let
I might be. Maybe
know,
I am. I'm not sure.
Just to let you know, for your investment, every Sunday at 8, Jack typically starts it off at 8 o'clock with all the updates for the themes and then however long that takes. Then I always give some type of specific tip or training about how to sell this. And I've been talking a lot about the mobile friendly update lately, with news articles, presentations, videos, how to sell the local theme jack presentations. The other day I did one, I called it the magic trick, about how to use your phone to show someone that their website's not mobile friendly, and hey, look at this, your website's not mobile friendly, I can help you. It's a magic trick. You've got the phone in your hand. And I shared that the other night. And then of course we do special trainings. I've done training on email, about how to use email marketing if you're someone who's so inclined to that. And I've written original emails, and I run them through the spam checker, and all of that stuff, so that everything that I provide is all stuff that I've written or had written, and then I make sure that it meets all of the qualifications, and there's psychology that I've added into it, that I understand, how your buyer thinks. So there's just a lot of stuff that goes into all of these little teeny, they seem like they're just these little teeny products, but the reality is you can't judge it by the price, because the value is so strong. And if you're someone who likes to implement, then I think you'll really like being part of the local theme jack and the Leads Master Pro community, because we do put our heart and soul into it to help people be successful. And I think that's, if you're looking for that type of support, how Ray gives you that solid support, you get that same support from us. We're always trying to make it better and better and better with everything we do.
How do these guys get access to the Facebook group?
There's a link in their package, or they can just go to facebook.com/groups/leads, LEADS Master Pro, and I'll look for your name and I'll approve you. And then they can also join local theme jack. It's also a group, and the same thing. They can, ask to join, and then somebody will approve their, they'll click OK if we recognize who you are and everything. So it's pretty easy.
Perfect. Well, it looks like people are just saying action time, which is good. And I think we've hit all the questions, but of course, just for some last second housekeeping here, after this is over, the replay will be available. It should be available right through the exact same link that you came to it live. So if you want to go back and review anything we talked about, you can do that. And of course, I will also send out a replay link as well. And on top of that, we'll also send out the presentation as well. So you'll get that as well. So we'll send that out to you guys. And, if you have any questions, you can also do, during the replay, you can ask questions. And Tammy, I hope this is okay. The questions are going to go directly to you. So you may receive some questions, because I figure if they came to me, I wouldn't know some of the answers anyway. So, so you can expect that.
I do monitor. The only thing I just want to warn everybody is I don't stay up all night long. So if it's late at night, you might not hear from me until the next day or something. But I typically check Facebook, and I try to answer questions. And if you really want to talk to me personally, do show up on Friday night for that Leads Master Pro, because I blocked off 2 hours so far, and I'll do some training, but I'm going to open it up for questions. So send me the questions as you have them in your head, but do go through the training first, because the videos, it'll tell you exactly, what I did and everything, but I'm sure that you'll have other questions, and just go ahead and ask me at that time, and then I'll record it, because there's so much, all these little details that I might not even know that it's a question, because I did it. I don't know, that it might not be clear to other people how to do certain things. just
Beautiful.
because, I did it. So it's like anybody should be able to do it. That's the way I think. So.
All right. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. And just for anybody interested, we're doing a special edition of our radio show today. So if you're a regular listener to our radio show, we're actually going to be doing that in 10 minutes from now. And so it's a long day on the microphone for me, but well worth it. Well worth it.
Well, I'm really glad that we did this, Ray, because I think, it gave me the opportunity to, pull out my video marketing day and start thinking about that again. And I will go get the list of samples for you.
That was the other thing.
What I'll do is I'll give you, I've got a sample of I'm thinking I've got my dentist, I've got testimonials, I've got a nonprofit, I've got a jeweler, I've got a nice selection, attorneys. I'll try to give you samples of the ones that were done at the chamber, the ones that were done at the attorney's office, and the ones that were done on green screen, so that you can kind of see some ideas. And so I think that the people, that will give you a good idea of how we're not talking complex anything here. We're talking about one question, one answer per video. That's the concept. We're not trying to give them a 30-second commercial. We're trying to give them question and answer videos so that they can get that know, like, trust factor out there. And the cool thing is the technology. I'm actually testing something right now that it's a beautiful plugin that people can make for using videos to get leads, but the way it's designed is just gorgeous. I'm beta testing it right now, and once it's ready, I'll share that with people, because it's just a beautiful tool that you'll be able to use when you're marketing to people. And then you could also turn around and sell it to them to market to their businesses. So I'm really excited that I was chosen to be a tester for this plugin that somebody developed. But again, I want everybody to know, hey, thanks for joining us, and do join up for the training and everything, because it's high quality, really good content every week. And a lot of the stuff I train on, I haven't heard it anywhere else, because obviously it's my experience. It's my experience that you're getting, not someone else's. So I think that makes a big difference.
All right, perfect. Well, with that, I think we'll wrap up and say thank you to Tammy for joining us today and teaching us all this great stuff about local video marketing. And hopefully you guys are taking a lot of this back with you to implement in your own business, because I think it's a huge value. It's a lot of great stuff. And, for anybody who is looking to get into this market, this is an easy way to jump in and do that. And if you're already in it, this is a great thing to add to it. So it's all exciting stuff. And I'm going to be doing a marketing day. I've done small marketing days before, but I'm going to do one just like you did, and we'll see how that goes. So just set that up.
Well, it sounds like PayPal was giving people refunds without making them pay. So I guess we'll have to find out about that.
Hunt them down. Well, I'm sure we'll figure all that out and see what we can do with that.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. We will see you on the next webinar we do. Who knows when that'll be? I think we might do one next week, but I will certainly let you know about that, and I will send out the replays. And again, if you have any questions for me, you can always hit me up on Facebook. You can try email, but I wouldn't. But
okay.
Facebook always works out. So there we go. So have a great week, everybody, and we will talk to you all soon.
Great. Thanks a lot, Ray. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.